Wireless fidelity, more commonly known as Wi-Fi, is an international standard from the Institute of Electrical and Electronics Engineers for wireless local area networks. Also known as 802.11, Wi-Fi has rapidly become the most popular standard for wireless LANs in the workplace, public places, and homes. Offices, campuses, hospitals, and schools, as well as homes and public areas such as hotels, airports, and coffee shops, are streaming data wirelessly. Users with Wi-Fi enabled devices use these Wi-Fi hotspots as access points to wirelessly connect to the web and email just by turning on their device. Wi-Fi's popularity has exploded, spurring the growth of devices compatible with the technology, such as handhelds, laptops, phones, printers, and cameras, and broadening the user base beyond business executives to doctors, teachers, and individual consumers. Wireless networking products have become so ubiquitous and inexpensive that just about anyone can set up a wireless network in a matter of minutes with less than $100 worth of equipment. This widespread use of wireless networks means that there may be dozens of potential network intruders lurking within range of your home or office wireless network. Most Wi-Fi hardware has gotten easy enough to set up that many users simply plug it in and start using the network without giving much thought to security. The would-be hijackers depicted here were able to detect 4 wireless networks along this residential street. 3 were completely unencrypted, and the one encrypted Wi-Fi network used a simple web password to protect the household's data. In a few short minutes, the network's security had been compromised. The intruders were able to watch from their vehicle as the residents surfed the web, reserved a flight and a hotel room, and purchased items online. Not only does this raise issues of identity theft, but also physical security of the home. After all, our Wi-Fi interlopers now know a lot of personal data about the home's resident, as well as days when they will be away. It seems that taking a few extra minutes to configure the security features of your wireless router or access point is time well spent. Configuring Wi-Fi security is not difficult. Armed with a little knowledge, you can prevent this type of digital intrusion into your wireless networks. Here are a few things to consider doing to improve the security of your wireless network. Turn off wireless unless you need it. A wireless network will never be as secure as a network that uses cables to connect devices. Unplug your wireless router when not in use. Change the administrative password of your wireless router. Default passwords set by manufacturers are easy to guess and widely known. This should be the first step you take when you initially plug in your wireless router. Implement network encryption, such as WPA2. Web encryption is easily compromised and therefore probably not sufficient for protecting your data. Choose a strong password for WPA2. A password composed of 14 random characters makes WPA2 very secure. The following tutorial will show you how to configure these basic security settings on a typical wireless router. While your management interface screens may differ, the keywords and concepts are the same.
To get started, find the IP address for the router browser utility, the username and password in your manual. Now launch your browser and enter the wireless router's browser interface IP address. For this router, it is 192.168.1.1. Next, the login should appear and you'll need to enter your username and password. This should be the defaults from the manual. And click OK. Our router doesn't use a username, so we just leave that blank. Now you should come to the basic setup page. Clicking on the menu tab for administration takes us to the router management page. Here we will change our router's default password. Enter in a new password, confirm that password, and then click Save Settings. You also want to make sure you write down this password so that you can get back in at a later time. Moving to the Wireless Setup tab under Basic Wireless Settings, this device has 2 methods to set up the wireless devices, either manual or through the Wi-Fi protected setup. We will choose the manual settings as it gives us more control over the wireless networking settings of this device. First thing we'll do is change the SSID. This is the unique identifier for the wireless network. Each wireless device that is connected to this wireless network will need this SSID. Additionally, you can change the broadcast channel that your wireless network operates on. This may be a good idea if there are other wireless networks in the area that may cause interference. The best channels to use are 1, 6, and 11. Finally, change the wireless SSID broadcast to disable. This will stop the router from broadcasting to the world the SSID. Next, under the wireless security settings, select wireless security. Here, the security mode for the wireless network can be chosen. There are several types typically available, with WPA2 being the strongest for wireless networks. Some older devices only use WEP or WPA, so check those devices that you'll be connecting to this network. The Enterprise and Radius versions use authentication server, which is more secure but also is more technical for this video. We will stick with using the WPA2 mode. This router also has options to choose the encryption algorithm, either TKIP and AES or just AES. We will choose AES, which stands for Advanced Encryption Standard. It is a robust and lightweight solution which has only one known weakness, which is a brute force attack, where a hacker must try and guess your passkey. Most all devices manufactured in the last 5 years are WPA2 capable. Next, set your shared key or passcode. This should be a combination of upper and lower case characters and numbers that is at least 8 characters in length. We will just leave the group key renewal at its default setting. Now write down your WPA shared key and save the settings that have been made. Next, go to the main setup page and change the default IP address used to access the router utility. It is an extra security measure that makes it more difficult to get access to your router by a hacker.
Thank you for watching our tutorial on wireless network security. We hope you've gained some valuable knowledge that will help you keep your information safe.